Siberius, and we about to get serious. It's the real Siberius, making fanboys furious.
Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. On this episode, I want to talk about another record, another loss. I really need to unsubscribe and unfollow everything relating to the NBA that isn't directly related to content creators I follow. I know I would have still heard about this because I saw Uncommon and Sports and Fitness Rants both made videos addressing this. But at least when they talk about it, there's a level of disdain for it. If anything, they're making a mockery of it, which I'm completely on board for. So I have a short clip here that I'm going to play, and then we'll break it down and talk about it.
Turn around. He's got it. Another record in the legendary career of LeBron James.
When LeBron made that mediocre shot, the announcer went off like it was something special or noteworthy. The reality is, I didn't even know this record was a thing until today, and I couldn't have told you who held it if you offered me $1 million. I didn't know about the record or who held it because it is a meaningless, trivial record that doesn't deserve recognition and validates nothing. On top of achieving a meaningless record, yet again, the record comes with a loss for the Lakers. The media simply refuses to even acknowledge that this happens every time. Why is it every time the supposed greatest of all times achieves some irrelevant accolade, the Lakers lose? Why is it that whenever LeBron has what his fanboys consider a great night, the Lakers lose? I thought the entire point of sports was winning. If it isn't, why do they continue to keep score? I am sure that there are those that would say sports is about team building, sportsmanship, camaraderie, and I would wholeheartedly agree every one of those aspects play an important role in sports. However, if we're being completely honest, they are secondary to competition and winning. But competing and winning have been lost along the wayside. So what the hell is the point of sports today? Team building isn't a reality anymore. Between trades, team hopping, and super teams, team building has been dead for over a decade. Sportsmanship also doesn't exist anymore. Throughout the majority of my life, at the end of any sporting event, the teams would line up and shake hands with each other as they left the field, as a sign of respect to the team that won and to the team that lost. I just don't see that anymore. Also, with flopping, foul baiting, traveling, carrying, and bull rushing, sportsmanship is also dead, which I suppose leaves us with camaraderie. And I suppose it is alive and well, as all of the teams appear to be best friends, except when the terrible officiating isn't going their way, and then they want to get into a pathetic pushing match. Some may appreciate this buddy-buddy mindset. I personally think it ruins the game. Apparently, we've come to a point in sports where winning and losing no longer matter. The only importance now seems to be stats, personal accolades, and self-aggrandizing, which, as I have said before, self-aggrandizing is weakness seeking validation. Oh, and of course I forgot the celebration of meaningless records. Oh, how we love celebrating meaningless records. Maybe I missed the window, but my understanding of breaking a record is beating the record in the fastest time frame. If you have the Guinness Book of World Records come to see you attempt a record and it takes you longer than the fastest person to have done it, The only thing you're going home with is disappointment. You will not be hanging a plaque on your wall because you didn't break anything. They don't hand out longevity trophies or participation trophies, and neither do I. I'm sure the media will continue to run with this, and as we know for a fact, fanboys will be regurgitating this bullshit for years to come. I remember when records meant something. There are records that I had seen take place in my life that merited a response. When Usain Bolt broke the 100-meter dash record, that meant something because he crushed it. It was a historic moment. Honestly, and I'm not lying, I'm not being facetious, I don't even remember what this exact record is. Something to do with field goals, but it's so fucking meaningless, my brain didn't even feel that it was noteworthy enough to hang on to. And I've probably read it or heard it 3 or 4 times today before I was making this video, and it's just gone. Because it's not worthy of recognition. Who gives a shit? I am so tired of the fact that they've moved the goalposts so close that any movement is greatness. Even the most pedestrian of activities are considered accomplishments. I don't want to keep talking about this shit, but every single day when I wake up, I find some new buffoonery or some new sycophants or obsequious bullshit. How am I supposed to respect sports when sports no longer respect themselves? There is no longer a bar to overcome because the bar's on the fucking ground. I miss actual greatness, and I keep trying to find it. I started watching hockey recently, which I had never really done in my life. And I've even been to see a few hockey games. And I do find it entertaining, but whenever I get into anything, I don't just pay attention to what's happening in the moment. I want to know the history of the game. I want to know where that game has come from to where it is now. And hockey, just like basketball, just like football, is a fucking shadow of its former glory because they've basically completely outlawed any type of fighting in hockey. Personally, I'm against that. I think that was a cornerstone of hockey. And again, I was never a huge fan of hockey before. I mean, obviously, I know who Gretzky is. I even saw a few of his games, but hockey was just never really my thing. But they've pretty much completely removed fighting from the game. And now it's my understanding they're now removing hitting from the game. Because when you hit somebody, you're going to go to the penalty box. Players don't want to handicap their team by being in the penalty box, so they're just no longer hitting. It's not fucking ice skating. Why are they removing the physicality from all sports? And I'm sure that their justification would be safety and health. If that's your concern, is getting hurt or getting fucking brain damage, don't play the game. It's that simple. There's a reason why you get paid millions of dollars to play a fucking game. And I'm saying this as somebody that has fucking brain damage, and I didn't get paid millions of dollars to get it. There are compromises and sacrifices that are made playing sports. If you want to play sports at a high level, I should say, which is why no sports are played at a high level anymore. The two games that I loved the most, that I dedicated an insane amount of time in my life to, the NFL and the NBA, I don't watch either of them anymore. They're a pathetic fucking joke. Anyway, this kind of ended up on a rant, which I suppose I'm not surprised given that all of my videos turn into fucking rants. I'm just heartbroken because I love sports. I am a competitor. Even as a crippled cunt, I'm still a competitor. I just can't do it within a physical medium anymore, so I have to do it in video games. But I still compete. I still take it seriously, and I still hold myself accountable. That's all I want. I don't ever ask people to do shit that I'm not willing to do myself. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you made it to the end, I certainly appreciate it. As always, I want to give a shout out to the content creators that continue to inspire me to do this. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Z, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoops, Beam Engine, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV, King Speech Row, Goatcast Hoops, DZ Shooting. I always appreciate your guys' takes, your perspectives, and your humor. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.